exciting. It's Christmas in October. And we are here to do the second part of our Hallmark preview. We already previewed Hallmark Channel Countdown to Christmas 2020. And now we are here to preview Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, the Miracles of Christmas movies. So these are your emotional dramas. It's going to be pretty fun. We're excited. I am film critic Rachel Wagner, and today I have with me Kaycee's here.
Hi guys, I'm so excited because I'm all about the crying Christmas movies, and unlike the times that I've done this before, I actually have some Christmassy stuff. Woo me! Because I think last time I stole my child's mini pink Christmas tree, like real fast. He was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Christmas! You don't have anything Christmassy on." So I'm prepared. My shirt says, "But first presents," with little thingies and a little mug that says Mary.
This is the best. So festive. Cute. And we have Kari's here.
Hi. Guys, I am that one who this is my first cover of the Christmas movies, and I have no Christmas stuff out or on or anything. So I'm going to make up for it with my Christmas spirit. That's what I'm bringing to the table. I'm loving this. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you. And if you all are new to our previous shows, you want to make sure we've also already previewed the Lifetime Christmas movies. So that was really fun with Rachel McMillan and Dory. So we are already in full Christmas spirit here at the Hallmarkies podcast. And if you don't follow our previews, then let me explain our little ranking system that we do. We have to preview our levels of excitement of these films. We will give it a lowest rating of a coal, and then we have a sock, and then an orange, and then a diamond ring. And these are all supposed to be things you could get in your stocking. And they don't mean anything because the coals can end up being amazing and the diamond rings can end up being very disappointing. So it's all fun. It doesn't matter. It's just for fun. And let us know as you're listening what your ranking would be for all of these films. And we just feel grateful, I think, this year to have been getting any new films.
Yes.
Oh,
Isn't that amazing?
40.
It's crazy. I can't believe it. I think that Santa is actually running Hallmark Channel. I feel pretty confident at this point.
He must be.
Yeah, I think so. So yes, the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. Last year, they had our favorite movie of the holiday season, Two Turtle Doves. So they can really come out and surprise us and have some really good films. And so we don't know, it seems like there's not as much information about some of these films compared to the Hallmark Channel films. So some of them we don't know writers, directors, things like that we try to find, but we'll go off whatever we have. And so yeah, again, put in the comment section what ranking you would give to these various films. We'd love to hear. And so let's dive in. Let's do it. All right. So we are starting October 24th, and I don't know if you agree. When I was talking to Amy Winter, who's the head of programming over at Lifetime, she said that they really felt like this year, because Halloween's kind of sort of canceled, that it was important to start early, and just people are just anxious to get into Christmas. Would you agree with that, Kari?
I would. I think that especially as we look at the Hallmark movies, we're ready to get into some really just feel-good stuff. And there are some people who are into the Halloween movies. They want Halloween, all that stuff. But that's not Hallmark's thing. They won't do that. So starting these holiday films early is a real treat.
But yeah, even if you're really into the Halloween movies, which I do Disney Scares Month over on my channel, so I really like a good little scary movie. But it is true, I think that this year it kind of feels sort of, I don't know, incomplete, I guess, because we can't do trick-or-treating, we can't do parties, we can't do so many of the things. So why not just get to Christmas a little bit sooner? And so, do you agree, Kaycee?
Yeah, and I think this year has just been so hard on so many levels with just the pandemic and just like all the social divides and everything. And I feel like with the media just being such Debbie Downers and worse, I feel like we just need that pep in our step and just bring some happiness to everybody's
Definitely.
living rooms.
Agreed. All right. So, well, let's start out, like I said, the 24th, and it's Christmas Tree Lane. And this is starring Alicia Witt, who is, of course, in Very Merry Mix-Up, Christmas List, a bunch of different films, and Andrew Walker, who's in Snowden Christmas, The Christmas Bride. And it stars Brianna Price, who I've actually already interviewed, who you all get to hear from, and she's delightful. So the summary is: music store owner Meg spearheads community efforts to save her street from demolition. She's shocked to find out that the man she's falling for is actually working for the company Meg's fighting. So, Kaycee, what are your thoughts about this one?
Stereotypical Hallmark movie is the first thing. Save the something. However, Andrew Walker, my pal Andrew Walker here, is in this movie. So I feel like I have to give it a decent rating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a small orange.
Oh, okay.
Small, like child size. Small orange.
Like a cuties. You're giving them a cuties orange.
Yeah. You know, and when you open those cutie oranges, you don't know if it's going to be sweet or if it's going to be sour. So it's like, it could go either way.
Yeah.
Really
what do you think, Kari?
You know what? I like these two. I really do. I think that she's not my favorite, but boy, is she consistent for me. I tend to like Alicia Witt's movies. And Andrew Walker, of course, you know, little Prince of Hallmark over here. But I think I am so bored already with the story description. I'm so sad about that. I'm like, saving your street from demolition is just so typical. So I'm giving it, I don't know, I'm giving it a little bit of a coal, and I'm hoping that it will surprise me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to watch it.
So I'm going to give this a sock. I feel like Andrew Walker I think he's an amazing human. Love him to death. I don't sometimes love his choices that he's been making, particularly last year. Christmas on My Mind was so disappointing. I was not a big fan of that. I don't know, I like Bottled with Love. His Marrying Bright was fine. I don't know, he can be just kind of hit and miss for me. I really just liked his Valentine's movie with Lacey Chabert. I'm not 100% I'm intrigued by the idea of Alicia Witt and Andrew Walker, because it seems like an unusual, I wouldn't have thought to put them together. Yeah. So I wouldn't have thought to put them together. So that kind of intrigues me. I love Alicia Witt. I don't know why they keep putting her in these movies and mysteries movies, because these Miracles of Christmas movies, because I think her strength is her humor. So why keep putting in these dramatic roles? I'm not sure, but I do love Christmas music, and so the sort of musical element to this kind of makes me interested and intrigued. The whole thing was shot in Utah, so that's yay us. But I don't know. The story does sound very a bit of a snooze, and I'm not, like I said, I just have to see it. So I'm gonna give it a sock. But hopefully it'll be really great, and a great way to start out the year, as opposed to last year with Merry Christmas Match, which was not a great way to start out the season. So, very good. Okay. So then on the 25th, we have Deliver by Christmas, and this stars Alvina August, and she's been in Haley Dean in Love and Design, and Eon Bailey, who was in Switched for Christmas. And it's bakery owner Molly meets Josh, a widower who recently moved to town with his young son, but she is also charmed by a mysterious client whom she's never met in person, and she doesn't realize that they're the same man. Wow. So, Kari, what do you think?
I love it. I love it. I love the previews I've already seen for this, the commercials. I love these two. I was really charmed by him in Switched at Christmas. And so I'm excited to see him in a full lead role. I give it a diamond ring. I'm hoping it's the best diamond ring I've ever seen.
Whoa, look at that. Kaycee, what do you think?
Actually, I'm very excited about this because it's kind of like Parent Trap 2, kind of, where you have the don't realize it's the same person type of trope, I guess.
That is fun.
Except, not matchmaking parents or anything. But I like that that's a different storyline just because we haven't seen a lot of that, and it's not the typical like bump crash cute meet cute moment type of thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a kid involved. That, and it's a Hallmark Movies and Mystery, or not movie and mystery, but it's on that channel, and so I'm gonna give it a very big juicy orange.
Yeah. So I think this could be really, really cute because you have these people that are in love with each other but don't know that they're in love with each other, writing, like, I don't know if it's letters or mysterious client whom she's never met. So I don't know if it's emails or somehow they're interacting in some way. And that sounds really cute to me. There's no sign of it being a save the farm, save the whatever, save the bakery, I guess, in this case. But I like these two. I'm not that familiar with these two actors, but they look fun. They look cute to me. And, hot widower, that's always a plus in the Hallmark movies. I'm a big fan of that. So, I think it could have kind of maybe a little bit You've Got Mail, Shop Around the Corner vibes to it, which I'd be a fan of. So I'm going to give this a diamond dusted orange, like pretty high up. If I knew the actors really well, then I would be a full on diamond ring, but I think they look pretty fun. So I'm pretty optimistic about this one. I think hopefully it'll be really good. So, all right, let's keep going. So next up, week 2, we have Cranberry Christmas. And this stars Nikki DeLoach, who of course is in Two Turtle Doves, Love to the Rescue, Love Takes Flight. She's in tons and tons of Hallmark movies. And then Benjamin Ayers, who was in Chronicle Mysteries, Blue Ridge Mountain Christmas last year. So this will be on Halloween Day. And a separated couple feign marital bliss on national television to help their town's Christmas festival and their business. But what will be when rekindled love is complicated by new opportunities? So this sounds really different. I mean, we don't tend to get, separated couples stories in Hallmark movie. What do you think about that, Kaycee?
I'm all for this. I like when they change it up and they're already an established couple of sorts, whether it's fallen out of love, already been married, etc. However, Nikki has done some amazing serious rom-coms lately, but this just sounds like more of a Hallmark Channel movie. Just really? By the sound of it. Well, it just sounds like, because they're faking their love. So yeah. I just see more comical stuff happening with that. Like, oh, honey, let me grab your arm and pretend that we're so happy. Yeah. We hate each other. I feel like it could go that way, but I don't know. I'm actually excited because I love Nikki. Benjamin Ayers does really good stuff too. So I think I'm gonna give this another orange.
Yeah, what do you think, Kari?
Yeah, I'm intrigued by this a little bit too, because we don't usually see the already married couple and the unhappily married couple. Hallmark doesn't do that very often. And honestly, that is a sad thing. That is really sad to get to that point where if they're separated and stuff. So I know it's going to end up happy. And so I'm interested to see how they do this. How do they do a couple like this? So I think it's in good hands with Nikki and this guy. I forget his name.
Yeah, Benjamin Ayers.
I think it's in good hands with those two because they're good. They're very good. So I'm going to give it give it a nice California navel orange right there. I like that.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I'm very intrigued by it. I mean, so they're pretending to be have marital bliss on national television. So that means they've got to show them fighting or something, or not getting along, and then
Right.
going on television and pretending. So that's different. And so the town festival is going to change them and their business, and somehow love is rekindled. I don't know, it's just very new to me. And she did that kind of similar with Reunited at Christmas a couple of years ago, where they were newly engaged couple, and but this is actually a married couple. So I don't know, I'm very intrigued. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a solid orange. I'm intrigued. I hope they can. I appreciate that they're trying something different this season. So that's great. Okay, so then on November 1st, we have Holly and Ivy, and this stars Janelle Parrish, who's I think on Pretty Little Liars, and Jeremy Jordan, who is on from Broadway. He's a Broadway vet. The last 5 years, a whole bunch Newsies. He was on Newsies, a bunch of different shows, and Marissa Nichols. And the summary is when the summary is when Melody's neighbor Nina learns that her illness has returned, Melody promises to keep Nina's kids, Holly and Ivy, together. To adopt the children, she must renovate her new fixer-upper, which she does with the help of contractor Adam. So, Carrie, what do you think about this one?
I didn't recognize these names at all. And so it wasn't like the names drew me in right away. I'm intrigued about the storyline. I think it's an interesting storyline. But these, it's funny. This girl, Janelle Parrish, was into All the Boys I've Loved Before and some of these other popular Netflix movies. So I'm excited that she kind of is making a crossover to Hallmark, because she's a strong actress. But I think I'm going to like it probably, but I'm not like, chomping at the bit for Holly and Ivy. Maybe a pair of socks.
Kaycee, what do you think?
Okay, this one's probably gonna make me cry, so that's probably an immediate Small Diamond.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because if a Hallmark movie makes me cry, it's automatically at the top of my list.
because it really got you.
I know, because it gets me in all the feels, but you have a sick lady and she's got kids, and then there's a possible adoption, and then you have all of these things wrapped into one. Plus Holly and Ivy.
I know, that's what I was just going to say. Not only is she a sick lady that's giving her children to this woman, she named them Holly and Ivy. So she has to be a wonderful lady.
I know.
And so it's going to be really sad.
It has to mean something, because she didn't just name them Ashley and Sarah. It's Holly and Ivy Christmas.
Yeah. Okay, maybe it's gonna be cuter than I think. I hope.
Maybe I'm just a sap.
No, I mean, no, I think it definitely sounds emotional. I mean, Jeremy Jordan, I'm a huge fan of. I love his voice. I mean, I wish it was a musical, and then it would be huge diamond ring. But yeah, if you want to see, I think, a very underrated film, the last 5 years with him and Anna Kendrick, I think it's really good. And it's a very interesting musical, because it starts out with her being at the end of the relationship and him being at the beginning of the relationship, and then they tell the story both ways. So it's a really good little movie, and a very good Broadway musical, in my opinion. But then he was also on Newsies, and I mean, he is kind of a scoundrel in the last 5 years, because he's like a cheater, and not a good, spoiler alert. But he's just got such a beautiful voice. So I wish that they would get him singing in this somehow. But still, I don't know Janelle Parrish really at all, because I don't watch those kind of shows. But I'm intrigued. I hope this will be good. Sometimes the schmaltzy ones can be really effective emotion, like in Two Turtle Doves, and other times they can not be great. And so I'm going to give this also a solid orange. So let's hope it'll be great. Okay, so that's October. Now we're moving into November. We have November 7th. We have The Christmas Ring, and this movie stars Nazneen Contractor and David Alpay. And David Alpay, of course, was in I Sculpture Christmas and a ton of different fun stuff. And this one is a reporter searches for the love story behind an antique engagement ring. With the help of the ring's owner's grandson, they learn the legacy his grandparents left behind. So this kind of sounds a little bit kind of signed, sealed, delivered-ish to me.
Yeah,
what do you agree. Yeah, do you think you're great, Kaycee?
Yeah, it does. It definitely sounds signed, sealed, deliver-ish. Quick plug for Deliver Me a Podcast.
Yeah,
but yeah, I kind of wish that there was like a little bit more in this description, because I feel like it could be good. But I'm also not very familiar with the actors in this movie, and I'm not really familiar with like any of the behind the scenes director, writer folks. So I'm going to give it like cute, cozy socks.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Kari?
Yeah, I'm going to go with cozy socks too, actually. I think that's a great description, because I think it's going to hit all the things that I like in a movie, it's or Hallmark movie, because they're going to fall in love over this. They're going to discover some really precious things, probably about this Christmas ring and the grandparents. And so cozy socks is good. Not that excited about it, but
yeah.
I love David Alpay. I think he's great. He's very charming. I love The Mistletoe Inn. That's one of my favorites that he's in. And like I said, I Sculpture Christmas is really fun. So I really like him. As this Nazneen, she's stunning, gorgeous. So I'm not familiar with her, but I'm intrigued to see her in a Hallmark movie. The only thing that kind of makes me hesitant about this film is that it doesn't seem very Christmassy to me at all.
Yeah.
There's really nothing holiday at all about this summary. So that's my only kind of concern. So that's the only reason I'm going to give it a sock. But it's written by Anna White, who has done fun stuff. Christmas Made to Order. She wrote that one. She wrote Sister of the Bride, which I really liked. She's been on our show. She does a good job. So I think it'll at least be entertaining. So we'll see how it is. All right. So then we have The Christmas Bow.
Mm-hmm.
And this one stars Lucia Micarelli and Michael Rady, who of course has been in tons of stuff, but last year had an amazing year for Hallmark. He was in Two Turtle Doves and Love to the Rescue, two of my all-time favorites. And he's already in You're Baking Me Crazy this year. So he's doing pretty good this year. And I don't know a writer or anybody for this, but the plot is Kate is a promising musician whose lifelong dream of playing in the Rocky Mountain Philharmonic is put on hold by an accident. Reconnecting with Patrick, an old family friend, and his young cousin Gavin, that while recovering at home during the Christmas holiday, she finds love in someone who believes in her. Mm-hmm. So she gets in an accident. She's a violinist. She reconnects with the old friend Patrick. And Kari, what are your thoughts?
I like him a lot, and I think that is making me anticipate this, because he's just a hit for me, Michael Rady. And so I'm like, I think I'm gonna like it. I mean, I'm giving it a little cutie, because I'm not into the music Hallmark movies, actually. Especially the violin. I don't know. That's just me. But a little cutie. I'm giving this a little cutie. I'm hoping for it.
Kaycee, what do you think?
So for starters, good on them for the name The Christmas Bow and tying it in with a violin. I do actually, or I did, I haven't picked it up in years, but I did play the violin. Yeah. It's okay. Really, the only reason why I stuck with it is because there was a boy in the orchestra that I liked. So that's another story for another day. But anyways.
That's hilarious.
Again, Michael Rady, he has crushed it in the last couple of years, and I have enjoyed his performances even when he was on Timeless as the bad guy. So I'm gonna give this a Satsuma orange.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
Yeah, it's juicy, it's sweet.
Right.
I feel like it could be, something promising, hopefully.
So fun.
Yeah. So my only concern with this one is also the same as the previous one, where it doesn't sound all that Christmassy, but the photo that they released is super Christmassy with her unwrapping the bow in wrapping paper and just surrounded by Christmas lights and Christmas tree and in a red dress. So that makes me think, okay, well, it's just the poor job on the part of the summary writer, not the film is going to be very Christmassy. And I don't know Lucia at all, but of course, Michael Rady, he's a star. And if you're listening, Michael, come on the podcast. Yay. We want to talk to you. But yeah, I think this will be pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. And so I'm going to give it an orange. And hopefully it'll be a good orange. Then next we have Meet Me at Christmas. And this is evidently a working title. This will probably change. It's November 14th. And this stars Catherine Bell, who of course is our good witch, but is also Christmas in the Air, Home for Christmas Day, which is one of our favorites, and Mark Declan in Switched for Christmas and other films. And this is November 14th, and it's when her son's wedding planner quits, Joan must coordinate his Christmas Eve wedding with the help of Beau, the bride's uncle. They realize their fates and pasts are intertwined. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know who wants to have a Christmas Eve wedding. So I oppose to this movie on that count alone. But I love Catherine Bell. I think she's so good. So Kaycee, what do you think?
Yeah, the Christmas Eve wedding, that is a socks for me. Yeah. I think the performances will be strong by Catherine Bell and Mark Declan. I think their performances will be, diamond dusted oranges of sorts because they're pros, right? But the storyline itself, I'm kind of like, ooh. I don't know about this. I mean, I don't mind the whole idea of people getting married around Christmas time because I think it'd be really pretty to have like all the Christmas trees and the lights in the back and all that stuff. Like, I think that's super pretty, but not on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kari?
Yeah, I'm a little more optimistic, I think, than you, Kaycee. I like the idea of a Christmas wedding. I've had friends get married at Christmas before, and just a little wedding tip. If you get married at Christmas, the church is decorated already. You don't have to decorate the church. Like, it's already beautiful. And so my friend saved a ton on decorations for the church. Anyway.
I'm fine with the holiday wedding, just not on Christmas Eve. True. I mean, Christmas Eve is for families. It's not like the time when I'm supposed to come to your wedding.
That's true. Well, typically Hallmark weddings are very, very low attended. They have low attendance.
That's a good point.
In the background.
That's true.
It's not going to be well attended. But I'm looking forward to it. I think just a ring of orange in it. Not a diamond necessarily, but a little orange in it because I love Catherine Bell. And I just think Mark Declan is super charming. And they're going to be fun together. I mean, they're like the same age. It's really an age-appropriate matchup.
Yeah, they literally are the same age. And where else are you going to get a romantic story of a woman in her 50s? You're not going to see that anywhere else but on Hallmark, and I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's great. And it doesn't seem the most Christmassy, aside from the fact that it's Christmas Eve wedding. You could do this movie any time period, and it would just be meet me at spring or whatever. But but I again love Catherine, and Mark has been good, I think, in everything he's done. So I'm gonna give this an orange. Yes, an orange, despite the Christmas Eve wedding. And did you give it a ranking, Kaycee? Did you say?
Socks.
Socks. Okay.
Socks.
All right. Okay. So then we have the Christmas Doctor, which I think is a ridiculous title. Sorry. Going into
I agree with you on that.
Title, what should we do? It's a doctor, it's at Christmas. What should it be?
I'm just imagining Holly Robinson Peete with her like a prescription pad writing out like
Go for one.
like 2 helpings of cranberry sauce immediately. Christmas Doctor. I require 2 nights of caroling as your So
that would be amazing.
I'm sure it's a very serious film, but that title is ridiculous. So this is Holly Robinson Peete, who is in Family Christmas Gift and Christmas in Evergreen, and Adrian Holmes, who is new to Hallmark. So that's fun.
Not Lifetime.
Yeah, not Lifetime.
Yeah.
What is this? Has he done Lifetime Christmas or just Lifetime in general?
Christmas, like a Christmas movie last year or the year before.
Oh, yeah. Cool. All right. So this November 15th, and it's Zoe is a traveling doctor who prefers short assignments to staying put. So when she is assigned to a small town clinic for the holidays, she is surprised when she starts to feel at home. So, Carrie, what do you think about this?
You know what? This one I feel like will have more to do with her, Christmas spirit and like really finding the important things of Christmas again. Community, family, joy, love, because she seems like such a loner at the beginning, just the way that they describe it. It's going to be precious. I think it's despite its title, it's really, I think, going to be a hit. So I don't know. An orange. I'm giving it a solid orange. No linty socks on this. One. Nothing like that. I'm really looking forward to it.
Kaycee?
Ooh.
Kaycee.
I just feel like the story's been done before, which is unfortunate because I think Holly Robinson Peete is fantastic.
Where have you seen this before?
I think Candace Ray did one that she was like a doctor or something, and then
she was the doctor up in Alaska.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it's kind of like reminiscent of that. So I'm kind of like storyline. I'm kind of like, ooh,
Or there's like It's Christmas Eve, where she was a traveling school superintendent. I'm like, what is that? I've never heard of that in my life.
That's a thing.
Is there a traveling school superintendent? I thought that school superintendents stayed put.
Mm-mm. Oh, that's the Leanne Rimes and Tyler Hines movie, right?
Yeah. I was like, they just invented that. But also there's the Christmas Cure. That's another one.
Oh my gosh. Maybe I liked all those. Maybe that's why I'm like, oh, sounds special.
Oh, I did love the Leanne Rimes Tyler Hines movie.
Yeah.
I love that.
It was just a strange job.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I think this could be really sweet, but it also doesn't seem super Christmassy, even despite the name, The Christmas Doctor. But I'm gonna give it a sock, but I hope it'll be good. I love Holly Robinson Peete. If she can make me believe that she's a morning show chef solving crime, I can believe that she's a traveling doctor prescribing Christmas cheer all around.
Good point.
Okay. So, all right. Then next we have The Angel Tree. And this stars Joel Wagner, who was in Maggie's Christmas Miracle, Mystery 101, of course, and Lucas Bryant, who was in Time for You to Come Home for Christmas and recently Country at Heart. And this is written by Daphne Benedis Grab, who was done, I guess it's based on YA novels, kind of similar to what they did with You're Baking Me Crazy, and then making it into a Hallmark movie. And Teresa Kale, and this is her first movie script adaptation, and she wrote for Girl Meets World on Disney Channel previous. And the plot is a writer seeks the identity of the person who helps grant wishes that are placed upon the angel tree, and in the process reconnects with her childhood friend. So, Kaycee, what do you think about this one?
I think that this can be really, really fun and sweet just because Jill Wagner has always done really good movies, and Lucas Bryant, I mean, like, he's pretty awesome too. And I don't know, it's kind of got that Wind Calls the Heart wishing tree vibe to it with like the wishes being granted. So I feel like that could be a fun thing. And also reconnecting with your childhood friend. I mean, who doesn't want to reconnect with their childhood friend and fall in love with them at the same time, right?
Right.
That's pretty much my dream. But so this one for me, I think actually it looks pretty good. I'm excited. So the only thing I ask is that please don't have Jill Wagner taking us shopping with her again. This is now, she's had like 3 or 4 movies in a row where her character has been an interior designer of some kind, where she's insisted on taking us shopping. Yes. And I'm just tired of that. And so hopefully that this writer won't have to take her shopping. We get it, Jill. You're good at shopping. Let's not do that again. So hopefully this will be really sweet and really fun. It sounds like it. And I feel like they'll have good chemistry. I'm hoping that with Lucas Bryant, that this will kind of bring out Jill's sort of more countryside a little bit more, maybe a little bit maybe snarky that she doesn't see with everybody. I think that could be a lot of fun. And so I'm going to be optimistic and give this like a diamond. It's orange. So I'm hopeful it'll be really good. And I loved Maggie's Christmas Miracle. That one was really, really, really good. And she stared at that snow globe for so long in that movie. I was like, wow. So Kari, what do you think?
You know, I'm just loving your review. I feel like I just want to second it because I think Jill Wagner is so great. I feel like she can do no wrong, actually. I really would have to search my mind to think if I haven't liked something she was in. But I like the idea. I like the concept, the friends, childhood friend thing, the angel tree, the secret identity. I mean, I already like it. I already want to like look up this young adult novel and read it, you know, so that to me is, I don't know, it's a good sign. So I'm hopeful. And I back your review of it.
Okay. Did you give it an orange, Kaycee?
I give it an orange.
Orange, okay. All right. We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. They're the good folks over at ModCloth. And at ModCloth, we make getting dressed fun. Back to being independently owned, we're all about perfect fits for every body. Unique, mood-boosting prints, vintage-inspired, versatile styles that make you look good, but more importantly, feel good. Find your joy at ModCloth. And one of the things that impressed me the most about ModCloth is they really do have something for everyone. They have every size you could imagine, and they have every style. Everybody's going to be able to find a print that they like and a style that they like. And it's cool because you can have a unique look. And there's so many different times when you want to stand out, but you don't want it to be bizarre or strange. And this is I think ModCloth is a great way to do so, to have a fun, sometimes festive inspired print. Right now they have the the Halloween inspired prints. They have all different styles, and you can have your own unique look without looking ridiculous. And in fact, you are going to be a standout wherever you go in the ModCloth designs and looks. I was definitely looking at getting a new winter coat because they had some really, really cute styles. And so definitely you want to check it out. So to get 20% off your purchase of $75 or more, including sale items, go to modcloth.com. That's modcloth.com and enter code Hallmarkies at checkout. This promo code cannot be combined with other offers. That's once again, go to modcloth.com, modcloth.com, enter code Hallmarkies. We have A God Wink Christmas, First Loves, Second Chances. This stars Brooke D'Orsay and Sam Page. Brooke has been in Almost Miss Christmas, our favorite. And Sam Page, he has been in a number of things. He was in the Perfect Christmas Present, which was one of the first times I used the my oft-coined phrase, this took me to a dark place. I really hated that movie. It was not for me. But yeah, he's been in a bunch. I'm trying to think my favorite Sam Page movie. What was his last? What was his last one?
My One and Only, or the one?
Yeah, that one was. He was kind of a creeper, and that was a stalker in that one, but he was pretty good. Anyway, I'm not a Page head, but we'll see. I don't know if maybe it's just because his role was super creepy on Mad Men, and so it's.
Oh, that probably colors it. Yeah.
I think it does. But I love Brooke. So in this one, it's this is our third in the, or is it our third? Third. Yeah, it's our third in the God Winks movies. And this is after 15 years, Pat moves home from Hawaii with his two sons, and through a series of coincidences or God winks, ends up stuck in traffic next to his high school sweetheart, Margie, at Christmas. And the thing about these God wink movies, in my opinion, is that I kind of feel like they're trying to sort of be this middle ground of not really being religious, but then also trying to be religious. And because they don't really show the characters praying. It's not like a faith-based film, I wouldn't say. I mean, it's the most milquetoast version of a faith-based film you could imagine. There's really not scenes of characters at church or praying or talking about God. And so I don't know, I feel like it's kind of not the most satisfying as it could be, because they don't kind of just embrace what they're trying to do. They're trying to like have it both ways and make like a movie that faith-based audiences will like, but won't turn off non-faith-based audiences that much. And but I like Brooke, and I actually thought that the whole plot line last time with Cindy and her and the MS and stuff was very well done. So I'm going to give this one a sock, but I hope I end up liking it. What do you think, Kari?
Well, I agree with you about the, they don't set the standard high as far as a religious movie. It's a God wink, like really what they're talking about is coincidences, and don't take those for granted. Like what seems like a coincidence, there's actually a sovereign hand behind this, but that's as far as they want to go. That's as deep as they want to be. And they're just kind of winking at the idea of someone controlling these things for you, so I don't have huge expectations for it as far as like getting that really wonderful faith message across. Like it's just, they're kind of just playing with the idea. So I agree with your assessment of it. Like it's there to kind of throw a bone out to those who want more of a religious Christmas movie but not offend too much. And then you end up doing it kind of badly. They're not my favorite, the God wink ones. And I love God, and you'd think I would love these, but I don't.
Yeah, I just feel like they just kind of are not as satisfying as I want them to be, like in the sense of, in something that moves me on a faith level, but also has all the, normal Christmas things. And I just wish, like, if they're going to go there and really embrace, what's the problem? Why not make one or two? You're you're making 40 movies. Why not make one or two that are for faith-based audiences?
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, if anyone's open to talking anything about faith-based, it's at Christmas time, right? And
that's right.
so you want that goodwill and the peace on earth. And where did that originate? In, the Bible. So it was that original Christmas story. So I don't see the point in playing with it.
Yeah, and this one might actually be airing on the 22nd. That's what the schedule says of November. But then on Entertainment Weekly, it says December 6th. So I'm not sure there's a couple dates that got a little jumbled. So we're previewing it. Just tune in whenever you tune in. Sorry.
Right. I do like Sam Page and Brooke D'Orsay, though. So it could be really fun for that. But I don't know how deep it's going to go.
Yeah. What do you think, Kaycee?
I agree with you guys. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I am a Christian, but I don't go walking around like, hey, look at this God wink that just happened to me. So, like, when you're doing it in a movie, you have to have them already establish the fact that they are either people of some sort of a faith of sorts. You don't have to, like, necessarily, like, preach it out or anything, but you can have like the glimpse of the nativity. Maybe they're like fixing something for the nativity pageant, something. Like, it doesn't have to be a huge focus, but it has to be something that's established in order for it to make sense. Because I think the series, the Godwink series, in the story itself, like the written story, the written form, it's already established that those people are people of faith, So, yeah, I agree. Like, either you're going to either take it that way and make them people of faith so that it makes sense for it to be called God Winks Christmas, or just like, take it off the name and just name it whatever,
Like, you just call it, like, Christmas Miracle or something like that. Like, there's really not, like, the characters aren't praying. There's not, they're not at church. There's not, like, it's not a faith-based film.
Right. Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like if they wanted to go that way, they could do a really good job in doing it. They just need to call Martha Williamson, because y'all know I'm such a fan. And she did Signed, Sealed, Delivered for Christmas super, super, super well, with it not being overly preachy or overly, like, obnoxious, because I feel like faith-based films can also be super terrible about being really obnoxiously preachy. I'm just going to give this socks. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I might change and give it a coal. I know it sounds mean, but I'm not very excited about it. But Brooke D'Orsay I do love, so hopefully that will be good. Okay. So then we have the USS Christmas, and this is November 28th. And this stars Jen Lilly, who is delightful, of course. She is in Mingle All the Way, Dash of Love, and Harvest Love, so many fun movies. And then you have Trevor Donovan, who was in Marry Me at Christmas, Love, Fall in Order. And you have Barbara Niven, who Kaycee got to interview recently.
I did.
Very exciting. Yes.
She was actually talking, or she was filming USS Christmas the day that I was interviewing her. Actually, she would be filming it. She was having dinner with her kids, aka Trevor and Jen.
Oh my gosh.
That's great.
Nice. Yeah, she's so great. Really, really great. So the summary is: Maddie, a reporter for a Norfolk newspaper, embarks on a tiger cruise during the Christmas time, where she meets a handsome naval officer and stumbles upon a mystery in the ship's archive rooms. And I did find that they actually got naval officers, people, soldiers, that they actually got they petitioned. I saw the ads and stuff trying to get people to come, and so they'll have extras and different things like that are actually from the Navy, which is cool. And it's written by Andrea Canning, which is interesting because she's one of the reporters on Dateline, which is random. She's actually has 2 Christmas movies for Hallmark this year, which is totally random, but exciting. So what do you think, Kaycee?
This better be a diamond, a big diamond, because Barbara Niven, Jen Lilly, and Trevor Donovan, and the military, and there's a mystery. And we all know I love the mysteries on the case Kaycee here, thanks to my friends Jax and Shaw from Bubbly Sesh.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be so disappointed if this is like a complete flop. But I'm really hopeful because if she was a thing on Dateline, that's gotta mean something, right?
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
right. What do you think, Kari?
I agree. I think this is diamond status. I don't know how big, how real, whatever, but I'm so hopeful for this movie just for exactly everything that Kaycee said. You know, you list this cast out as awesome. The subject matter, the Navy. I mean, we're getting patriotic. We're getting holiday spirit. It has potential to be really good.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is diamond ring, and I'm very curious to see how the sort of COVID maybe affects this, because you think on a ship and stuff, if they're in like an archive room in a ship, like are things, I don't know, it seems awful cramped quarters. Like I don't know how they made this movie, but I'm kind of curious to see if I can just kind of watch it from that angle as well. But you know, I love Jen and I love Barbara and Trevor's good, so there's no reason to not be excited about this movie. Then we have A Little Christmas Charm, and this is on November 21st. And it stars Ashley Greene and Brendan Penny. And Ashley Greene was in Christmas on My Mind last year, which was so disappointing. I really didn't like it. And Brendan Penny, who is a bit hit and miss for me. I love Dash of Love. I think that's so good. And Secret Ingredient was fine. The first Autumn in the Vineyard I like. The others I'm not a fan of. I don't think that's really his fault. The Easter movie was not great. And you all know my feelings on Chesapeake Shores. So he's hit and miss for me. And so this one is Holly, a jewelry designer, finds a lost charm bracelet and teams up with investigative reporter Greg in hopes of finding the owner and returning it by Christmas Eve. So this is some deep cut investigative journalism going on here. We got the secret of the bracelet, which is exciting. And so I'm going to give this a sock, but it could surprise, I feel like. What do you think, Kari?
Oh, man. I mean, I feel like I do like Brendan Penny. Actually, I feel like I don't know. I feel like he's good-ish. I feel like this is the Christmas ring. Like, did we just review this and it was
We
called
kind of did. Yeah.
The Secret? Yeah, I could take it or leave it probably. So that means I am giving it a little tiny sock. One little sock.
Yeah. What do you think, Kaycee?
Yeah, again, it's got that signed, sealed, delivered vibes. Like, hey, we found this thing. Hey,
True.
let's go find and deliver it. But it's repetitive. And like, what's the difference between the two? You know, like I want a movie to stand out. And the thing is, with Martha Williamson, she's such a magical weaver at her job when she does the signed, sealed, delivered. So like these movies, if you're gonna do that, find a thing and deliver it, you really have to deliver.
Yeah, good point.
So I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a sock, but I hope when I put my socks on when I watch this movie, I'm gonna find some like cute, I don't know, something good in there.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this one has coal potential at times as well. Yeah. We're just being really nice today. Okay. So then we have Time for Us to come home for Christmas. We already had Time for Me and Time for You. And now we are moving on to new pronouns with Time for Us to Come Home for Christmas. This stars Lacey Chabert and Stephen Huszar. And I think this was kind of a last minute ad for Lacey because she was up there. She had already been quarantined. They're like, we're just going to put you in 2 movies this Christmas. Boom, boom. And Stephen Huszar is so great. I love him. He is so handsome. I mean, all these guys are handsome, but he is especially handsome, in my opinion, and charming and great. So that's a big win for me. Is Stephen Huszar? He's of course in the Ruby Herring Mysteries, and I was in Holiday for Homecoming for the Holidays last year, and of course Lacey's been in a billion things, but she can be pretty hit and miss for me. But here's the summary. 5 guests are mysteriously invited to an inn to celebrate Christmas with the help of the owner, Ben. Sarah discovers that an event from the past may connect them and change their lives forever. So they're really leaning into this whole mysteries thing with Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. I feel like this year, a lot of mysteries going on. I mean, this, if you take it one step further, this feels like Clue or something. What?
Yeah, no,
Right?
that's exactly what I thought. I thought Agatha Christie, this is Murder on the Orient Express, this is, and then there were none. I mean,
Yeah.
Without
5 guests are mysteriously invited to an inn to celebrate Christmas. Like,
the thing that like unites their paths. I mean, I like it. I'm excited for it. I think that it's going to be fun. I do think the pairing of Lacey and Stephen is a little random.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it could be nice just because both of them are good. But this whole 5 guests thing, mysteriously invited, I'm here for it. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah. What do you think, Kaycee?
So, fun fact, Vienna Leacock, who is Viv Leacock's daughter, she's casted in this movie.
Ah.
You saw that. But yeah, she posted on Instagram, being on set with my mom and dad is the best, especially being here with my uncle Doran, who is playing my dad, makes it even better. It was so cool to meet you, Lacey and Leon. My brothers and I have watched your movies so many times. # Time for Us to Come Home for Christmas, etc.
So I wonder if is she one of the 5, or is her uncle or her dad? I guess is probably one of the 5.
I wonder if it's like 5 guests in their families, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That was kind of what
Connection between 5 strangers.
Yeah, and then like each of the 5, like they have their own. I don't know. But yeah, super intrigued about this. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the title, "Time for Us to Come Home for Christmas," without any like knowledge of the cast, no knowledge of like the premise, I was like, yeah, that's gonna be a Cole. Just because I didn't care for the last ones. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like this could be good. I am gonna go give it cozy socks. Put my cozy socks on.
Yeah.
They're festive as Rachel's hat. That's how festive the socks are gonna be.
I actually didn't mind. Either of them. The previous ones, some were like my favorite, but they were kind of like middle ground. I thought Allison Sweeney elevated the one last year. Made it better than it probably deserved to be. But yeah, I don't. The whole twist with that they had in the one last time was kind of not my favorite. But Carrie, what did you give it?
I gave it a ring. I don't think a diamond ring, but I think just some sort of like ring. I want a ring. Yeah.
Is it like a promise ring?
Like a promise ring, like pre-engagement ring. I think.
Yeah, promise ring.
So like the promise ring from Wedding March.
Wedding March 3.
Ring from a 25-cent candy thing. I think that kind of.
Yeah, so I am going to give this one a like brightly colored sock because I hope that it's good. It's weird, and it could be good. And I love Steven, but so I can't Cole it, but I can't quite diamond ring it either. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so then we have A Glenbrook Christmas. This stars Autumn Reeser, who was in Bramble House Christmas and Country Wedding, and then Antonio Cupo, who was in Love Notes, which is one of my favorite Lifetime movies. It's really good. But they were both in Love at the Thanksgiving Day Parade, which is a favorite of mine. and that I love. This is directed by David I. Strasser, who's done a bunch of like the Canadian rom-coms that haven't come to the US yet. And it's based on a book by Robin Jones Gunn, who we had our surprise interview with that I wasn't expecting.
I'm so jealous about you guys.
Yes.
I wish you did it, Kaycee. I really do.
It was crazy. It was so fun. So then screenplay by David Golden, who's done tons of stuff, including Home for Christmas Day, which I loved, and the Father Christmas movies, which are also by Robin Jones Gunn books. And so here's the plot. As Christmas nears, heiress Jessica seizes what seems to be her last chance to experience a relaxed Christmas and heads off to the small town of Glenbrook, where she meets handsome firemen.
Christmas firemen, right.
So I'm a big fan of Hot Firemen. And this is basically a royal movie. I mean, heiress. It's basically a royal movie. You know, she's on the sly and meets the hot fireman, and it's Autumn Reese is gonna be super cute. So I'm actually pretty high on this. I'm gonna give it a diamond ring.
Oh,
I know. I don't think the name is very good though. Like I get the town is named that, but I think like It Happened One Christmas, because it's very similar plot to It Happened One Night. That would have been really cute. It Happened One Christmas, or It Happened One Holiday, or something like that. But aside from the title, I love Antonio Cupo. He is so dreamy and great. And he hasn't been in a Hallmark movie, aside from really small roles, in a long time. He hasn't been a lead for a while. So, and they already have chemistry. We know that because they were great in Love and Thanksgiving Day Parade together, and they did I Do together, and so they've done, this is our third movie together, so I feel really positive about it. I don't feel like there's much to not be excited about. I don't know, what do you think, Carrie?
You know, I so you just can't really explain sometimes why you look forward to a movie. It's just like these intangibles and this feeling that you get. So I love that you, out of all of these movies, this is one that you're looking forward to. I think that's great. And it makes me look at it, look twice, because I was like, oh, maybe some orange socks. I'll give it some orange socks. But maybe it has more to recommend it than a Christmas fireman. You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. That's right.
I'm going to stick with just an orange. I'm going to stick with an orange. Yeah.
The last Christmas fireman, at least in my memory, that we had was in Christmas in Angel Falls, the first one with Paul Green. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was good. Another this favor. Kaycee, what do you think?
you know, so I'm a little hesitant, and only in the fact that I don't think that the original book was supposed to be a Christmas book.
Oh,
Taking something that wasn't originally meant to be Christmas and you're putting it in a Christmas season. So it makes me a little nervous for that. I've not read the Glenbrook series, however, huge Robin Jones Gunn fan, like Christy Miller and Friends, grew up on them. I mean, like, I still have their book. I still have the books. I'm actually in one of her books. That's a fun fact. We'll talk about that.
No way. Oh my gosh.
With all these things, and then you hyping up Autumn Reeser and Antonio Cupo, I'm like, oh, right, they do really good things together. So I'm gonna have like a bag of oranges.
Ooh, good.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the tree, like behind me in a bag, and you're gonna think that it's something else, and then you're gonna pick it up and you're gonna be like, oh, it's actually oranges.
A lot of them.
A lot. Whole bag.
All right, very good. So next we have The Key to Christmas, and this stars Taylor Cole, Christmas Festival of Ice, Winter Proposal movies, and the One Winter movies, and Steve Lund, who I love. I think he is so dreamy. It was last seen in The Christmas Cottage, and I think that's a hidden gem. I really like that movie. But they were already previously in The Art of Us, both of them together, which I also enjoyed that movie, even though it was a little bonkers with the whole like the like granddaughter of Van Gogh or whatever it was. I can't remember, but it was a little bonkers. December 13th is the current date, I believe. And so this is when a mysterious key and a holiday riddle arrive on their doorsteps. Kate and Kevin embark on a Christmas romance adventure they'll never forget. So another one of these kind of mystery type shows. They're really, like I said, embracing that mystery element of Hallmark Movies and Mysteries with the Miracles of Christmas. So what do you think about this one, Kari?
You know what? I'm going to give this a Cole. Cole for Cole. No, I really like these two together. I really do. The Art of Us was fun to me. Like you said, a little bonkers, but fun. They're just two beautiful people, you know. So
yeah, they are.
I've seen them on screen together. But another like mysterious thing, this time a key, there's a ring, and there's a
arm bracelet.
I mean, we could have like a Hallmarkies scavenger hunt just based on things people are looking for in these movies.
Yes,
bingo cards.
Yeah.
Bingo cards.
Things
I think
lost
so.
meaning
Yeah.
of. Yeah, just for that reason, I'm going to give it a Cole because I was like, no, again. So that's what I'm doing.
What are your thoughts, Kaycee?
This one sounds more fun than the other two.
Okay.
Because there's a riddle involved. And I'm all about the riddles, and I'm all about the mystery, and I'm all about the breaking the code. So I feel like this could be a fun one. So I'm going to, whatever I said for the other two, we're going to knock those down a couple notches, and we're going to bump this one up. So I'm going to give it a tiny orange with lint, a linty orange.
Linty orange. Okay, good. All right. I'm going to give it an orange just because I love Taylor and Steve so much. And I think they'll have good chemistry. So I loved, I feel like I'm the only one that really loved Christmas Scavenger Hunt last year because I thought it was kind of bonkers and fun. And I feel like if they can bring in some of that energy, and it was definitely helped by the fact that I loved covering that movie with all the Feels girls, with Dory and Mel. And we had so much fun talking about it. And the fact that they just left poor Logan at the airport would always infuriate me because that's like the worst. Get left at the airport. And I loved interviewing John Welch. Just if you want to hear one of my favorite, the actor who played the wrong guy in that movie, John Welch. If you want to hear one of my favorite interviews I've ever done, that is one of them. He was hilarious. And we learned that when they were filming, the hotel they were filming at was haunted. Anyway, it's a really good interview. So I just hope they get some of that spirit of Christmas Scavenger Hunt into some of these movies. But
good idea.
Anyway, all right. So then we have Swept Up by Christmas, and this is on December 19th. This stars Lindy Booth, who was in Rocky Mountain Christmas and Love Under the Autumn Moon, and Justin Bruning, who's in Sweet Magnolias, and he's super, super dreamy in that, and Last Vermont Christmas. And it's an antique seller and a cleaner clash over how to downsize a magnificent estate right before Christmas. As the two uncover the house's treasures, they find a way to reconnect the reclusive owner with his own past. So that could be fun. A reclusive owner is like a real Grinch, it sounds like to me. And I do love Rocky Mountain Christmas. It was one of my favorites that year. I feel like it gets an unnecessary amount of hate, but I just thought it was great. And I would feel a little more confident if I knew the writers of this movie, like if it was somebody I knew, like a Julie Sherman Wolfe or Nina or someone like that, then I would be on board. But I'm just going to give this a sock, but I hope it'll be good. What do you think, Kari?
I think I'm going to give this an orange. I think it's hilarious that there's a cleaner involved and it's called Swept Up by Christmas. I don't know. I feel like this needs to be on Hallmark Comedy Channel instead of this touching mystery or whatever. So yeah, I think that it's going to be fun because I like Lindy and I like Justin, and I'm ready for it. I give it a 2 oranges.
2 oranges. All right. So Kaycee, what about you?
I mean, we've got another antiquing thing going on. I don't know what's going on with Hallmark this year and the antiquing. I guess that's the theme this year. I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna give it socks.
Yeah. So then our final movie is Project Christmas Wish. And this stars Amanda Schull, who was in Love Once and Always, and Travis Van Winkle, Christmas Getaway. And the plot is, for years, Lucy has played Santa to her small town's community by making their holiday wishes come true. But when Lucy grants a little girl's wish for a Christmas like she used to have with her mom, she unexpectedly finds her own wishes coming true in life and love. So I guess, is she an heiress? Because she can make all these people's wishes come true?
Oh, I would assume that she worked for like Toys R Us or something.
It's a mystery. That's why it's on.
I mean, it just says that she's played Santa. So she could be like, last year there was that Kevin McGarry movie. I called it Christmas Batman, where he was making all the wishes come true all around town.
Oh my goodness.
And he's like Bruce Wayne, but for Christmas. And so I think this could be similar.
Yeah, I bet it is.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. I'm not super excited about this because Amanda Schull, Love Once and Always, was so disappointing. I did not like it at all. Yeah. And so that was very disappointing. But I do like Travis Van Winkle. I love Christmas Getaway. That is so fun. But I think that's partly because Tracy and Jean's script was so fun in Christmas Getaway. So this would, again, if I knew the writer, then I would be more excited. But I don't know. What do you think, Kari?
I think I'm going to give this Christmas socks because I think it's going to be a little overdone. We might be a little tired by then about all these Christmas movies. So I'm giving it Christmas socks. And I think that, I don't know, it's going to be heartwarming, but it's not going to be my fave.
What do you think?
What do I think about this movie? I think it has potential to be really sweet and really cute, especially with the whole like Santa thing going on. Like maybe she works for a nonprofit organization and like that's just the thing. She's always volunteered to be the Santa and gives gifts to all the kids in the town or whatever. But then again, December 20th, last Christmas movie, we might be Christmas tired out. So yeah, I'm with Kari. I'm going to give it Christmas socks with little bells.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Bells.
Well, I think I'm actually going to give this a coal. I'm not that excited about it. And like I said, her last movie was very disappointing for me. And so we'll see, though. It definitely has potential to be a surprise. Yeah. So there we go. And the other one that I regret, I think I should have given a coal to the Brendan Penny Ashley Green one. I think I'm pretty not excited about that one. But let us know what you think about these movies. Are you excited? Like I said, the dates are kind of confused right now because there's different ones all over the place. So sorry about that. But I think we covered all of them. So let us know in the comment section what you think, what preview grade you would give them. And so Kaycee, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Hallmark My Words.
Great. And Kari?
You can find me on Instagram at Hallmark Comics. That's Hallmark_comics.
Great. And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews, all of our social media, iTunes, YouTube, and on Rotten Tomatoes. Going to be reviewing tons of stuff in the next few weeks. Make sure you're checking that out. Also, make sure you follow us at the podcast, at Hallmarkies Pod and Hallmarkies Podcast, all over social media. And if you're listening on iTunes, please leave your ratings and reviews. We really need those right now so that people can find the podcast for the holidays. So please put in your reviews. We really, really, really appreciate it. And then also, if you are watching this video video on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that so much. And we also have our Patreon group, which is so essential right now. And it's a chance to participate in behind the scenes movie watch-alongs where you get to hear from writers, directors, other fun stuff. This month, we have writer Carly Smale from Christmas Pen Pals, one of my favorites, that she's going to be with us to watch Christmas Pen Pals on the 24th. So if you've been debating about whether to become a patron, and any level patron, $2 a month, can participate in the patron watch along. So make sure to take a look at that. All the information will be in the description section. And then also we have our merch store, which has tons of fun holiday inspired merch. So there's some big sales going on this weekend. So make sure to check that out also in the description section. So we've got lots of great stuff. We also did our preview for the countdown to Christmas. So make sure to check that out. And we have the lifetime preview as well. So we are preview. We will be doing another one on the other networks. So Netflix. And then there's also going to be one on the Up Network movies. So we've got all of your previews going. So again, please let us know your thoughts, and Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye.